How does the SeyVillas transfer service work? And how can you get around the Seychelles? If you're planning a trip to the Seychelles, it's very likely that you won't want to visit just one island. An island hopping holiday with stays on 2 or 3 islands is the best way to experience everything this wonderful destination has to offer. For this, we offer you a transfer package where all transfers between the islands are organized for you. In this video, we will show you how the transfers work and how you can get around the islands. To do this, it is best to first look at a map of the Seychelles. Life takes place mainly on the 3 main islands of Mahé, Praslin, and Ledique. You should definitely visit these on your trip. Almost all visitors come to the Seychelles by plane and land at Mahé International Airport. This is located here. To get to Praslin and Ledique, there are ferry connections. The crossing to Praslin takes about 1 hour, and from here to Ledique, it takes another 20 minutes. There is also a flight between Mahé and Praslin, which takes about 20 minutes, during which you can see the wonderful archipelago from above. Besides the 3 main islands, there are many more islands that you can visit on your trip. These are mostly small and home to only 1 hotel. There are no ferry connections here. The hotels offer private transfers for their guests, either by boat, plane, or helicopter. These transfers usually have their own departure point on Mahé. If you've booked a transfer package with us, your first point of contact after arriving at the airport is the stand of our partner agency, Creole Travel Services. You will automatically pass the stand when you have collected your luggage, and the team here will be expecting your arrival. If you have booked a domestic flight between Mahé and Praslin, you will need to go to the domestic airport after collecting your luggage. This is just a 3-minute walk away in the same airport building. There, you check in and go through security before boarding a small propeller plane to Praslin. There are a few advantages to both the ferry and domestic flight, depending on ferry and flight times, the time of year you are traveling, and whether you get seasick easily. Our team will help you choose the best option for you. To better explain the transfers, we will now show you a typical island hopping trip that about 90% of our clients do, or something of a similar sort. In our example, our clients take the ferry and spend their holiday in the following order. First, they will stay on Praslin for a few nights. Then, onto Ledique. At the end of their trip, they will spend a few nights on Mahé. After our clients have arrived at the Creole Travel Services stand, they are welcomed by the team. From here, a minibus takes them to the jetty port on Mahé. This journey takes between 20 to 30 minutes, depending on traffic. After arriving at the jetty, they check in at the Creole office, get their ticket there, and then hand in their suitcases at the Cat Coco counter. If there is still some time before boarding, they can withdraw money or buy a cold drink here. Now it's time to go. When boarding the Cat Coco ferry, customers simply show their ticket to board. At the time we recorded the video, masks still had to be worn on board. This is no longer necessary. The ferry ride to Praslin takes about 1 hour. There are seats inside and outside. If you would like to sit outside, i.e. on the upper deck, this costs a small surcharge and must be booked in advance. We recommend this, especially if you get seasick quickly. Upon arrival in Praslin, someone from Creole will already be waiting for our clients, and they are then taken by minibus to their booked accommodation. Now they can explore this green island for a few days, before continuing to Ledique. For this, they will be picked up at their accommodation and taken to the Praslin jetty. Here, they board the Cat Rose ferry. The crossing to Ledique takes about 20 minutes. Once on Ledique, someone waits for our clients and takes them to their accommodation. After their stay, they are picked up again and taken to the jetty. Then it's back to Mahé. The entire crossing takes about 1.5 hours. The boat usually makes a stop on Praslin to pick up more passengers. On Mahé, the last stop of the trip, they are welcomed back at the jetty and taken to their accommodation. On the day of departure, Creole picks them up from their accommodation and takes them to the airport, before they then take their flight home. So in our example, We provide a total of 10 individual connections. With our transfer package, we organize everything for you with the shortest possible waiting time. And you don't have to worry about anything. We are often asked whether it is possible to book the ferry spontaneously while staying on the island. We do not recommend this, as they can be fully booked on certain days. If you have booked a rental car on Mahé and Praslin, you can either pick it up or drop it off directly at the port, at the airport, or at your accommodation. We will then adjust your transfer package accordingly. Now a little about getting around the islands themselves. The islands want to be explored, but how do you get from A to B? On Mahé and Praslin, you can get around by rental car or public bus. As the roads are relatively narrow, you cannot cycle here. Incidentally, motor scooters cannot be rented in the Seychelles either. On Le Dic, however, the most popular way of getting around is by bicycle, as there are almost no cars. However, if you don't want to walk or cycle, you can also call a taxi. On the smaller islands, such as Surf, De Roche, and Dennis, the best way to get around is on foot or by bike. Now you know how the different islands are connected and how our transfers work. If you have any further questions about the transfers, please feel free to contact us.